a tryout that occurred. Pelicans worked out Zach Edey pre-draft, and they're thinking that he could find. Now, a lot of mock drafts have Zach Edey, the big Purdue center. This guy's big old guy, 7'4".
That's the answer for Wendy. That's what everybody thinks.
But it's the dude is huge. He was what was he? He was the National Player of the Year, so he had that award to his game. And he dives. I was watching highlight film. I'm doing some research on Zach Edey, but a lot of mock drafts have Edey falling there. So perhaps the Pelicans have an eye there. So he's not like they want Jonas to be. They had Jonas as a guy that wasn't as spry or athletic as he wants. But when you look at Zach Edey's game and they're kind of working him out, actually, if you're looking for a big in this draft, depending on which kind of big you're looking at, what kind of big you like, they have every type of big that fits your system in this draft. And a lot of these guys could play. I know GC likes the guy. He likes Ware. I think Ware, yeah, he likes him.
But Ware, Tyler Smith, there's a few of them, man. Tyler Smith is actually pretty good too from the G League Ignite. Dude that's like 6'10", really athletic. I think his defense is better than the Ignite. Like when you go watch him, because their defense sucked as a team. And we had an interesting list of people that were working out, man. I actually looked at some people on that draft list. Trying to find it to pull it up for you, but I can't find a link right now. But it was like maybe 8 or 9 guys, and I'm not gonna lie to you. When you go look at some of these guys, they're interesting, man. Darren Holmes, your guy you like. The Pels have a lot of options that they can go with. Probably, I guess, a combination center. A power forward guy that could moonlight at the center spot. There's a lot of options as far as guys like that. And you got Zach Edey, which I don't think that's serious. I think they're doing the due diligence because, he is 7'4", so he has that over on us. But other than that, man, you got a guy that can play in the post, can't really stretch the defense. I think moves better than people intended, but he's 7'4", and he's not super athletic center, you know what I'm saying? I'd be really shocked if we took him, but I wouldn't be mad. I just don't think the Pels looking in that direction, especially after the horrible chronicles of Jonas Valanciunas that we had to watch. Willie constantly taking him out. A lot of times we thought he probably should play, so it's very intriguing and different.
Yeah, I got Zach Edey's numbers pulled up. Like I said, he was Pelicans took interest in him in 25.2 points per game on almost 66% shooting from the field, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks a game, 2.2 blocks a game. So he's it's a big presence in the definitely in the paint, and he has an offensive component to his game, and he was their best player. So, man, like you said, he's not super athletic. I was watching him, but he moves better than Jonas. But I don't know if he's the fit for Willie Green's system. That's the whole thing. Shout out to brother Sean Castro, man. He says, I just want to win. Salute to the whole flock. Thank you for your super chat, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, I agree, man. I'm with you on that. I just want to win too, bro. I just want to win. And we just won't play the damn players that make sense. Lex, are you there? Welcome on in, Lex.
Yo, what's up with you?
How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
What's good, Lex? What's good?
Yeah, stepping away from the basketball court a little bit so I can so y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. I heard you hit that 3-pointer, and everybody started cheering. I heard you.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Nah, there's a game going on, so yeah, just trying to get away to a good spot. What's going on, DC? How you doing?
I'm doing good, Lex. Doing good. I'm trying to find a way to get excited about the Pelicans. Hopefully, we trade for Trae Young.
Yeah, that would be nice. I am still kind of concerned, but How y'all feel about? Because I'm just coming in, so I didn't hear everything. How'd y'all feel about them deferring the Lakers pick?
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. I think it makes a ton of sense with the uncertainty of the Lakers. I wasn't really excited about them picking 17 in this draft, especially knowing next year everybody's ranting real about the draft next year. So even if we get in the same position or similar position next year, I think it'll still be pretty good.
yeah. As we draft depending on what you're looking for, but in terms of bigs, like I said, it works well with the Pelicans, man. Like we're looking at these bigs. There are a lot of bigs out there that fit with that can fit what they do. Got all types. So I mean, they play it right. We should be all right. Shout out to DJ, man. State of the Pelicans. Then again, we still have DC Lex Carlo, as DJ says. Where? All right. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate you.
Carlo will be a nice surprise, DJ, but let's be real, man. What do we really know about Carlo in the NBA? We can't hang our head on that. Pair him with 2-3 other guys and see if he rises to the top. And if he does, then great.
Go ahead, Lex.
Oh no, like DJ really locked in on third string and G leaguers.
He's the underdog, man.
I mean, I get it, but
DJ did call Najee Marshall. He saw that and he was team Najee from day one. Yeah, and a few other guys, man. DJ, he got a reason to be like that to an extent, in my opinion.
That's right. You gotta call it out. DJ did call Najee. I think he called Jose Alvarado. He was talking about Jose Alvarado. There's always the underdog. DJ rides for the underdog. So there you go.
Got you. Well, shoot. I think the Pelicans organization is underdog. So I want to call for everybody. But I haven't seen everybody all the bigs in the draft because I don't really know anybody. I'm gonna be honest. Now I am familiar with Edey. I know talking, looking at him and everything. I see his stats and everything. I think the biggest thing, because I'm not the analytical type person. I'm looking because I did see him play. I think I'm concerned about him. I guess being more, because he doesn't seem like a full court type guy. He seems like more a half court. And you got to understand, like, the speed of the game in the NBA is totally different than college. So I'm kind of worried about, like, I think half court he would do great. But, in a certain dynamic, you're almost looking at, like, in a nutshell, kind of like a younger JV. So I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's what I kind of pick up, just seeing his game and everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually true because there's a couple of scouting reports that refer to him. In particular, this one right here refers to his slowness in the pop game. I mean, he definitely has some athletic limitations to his game. Like I said, he's talented, but once again, we don't want to have a Valanciunas type. See, we can draft this kid and bring him on to the team, but Willie just gonna bench him.
I think one aspect of Zach Edey that's we're extremely underrating when talking about him and comparing him to JV right now. The only thing I compare to him with JV is really maybe some of his touch around the basket and his slow-footedness, But Zach Edey he's a very intelligent basketball player. And he's an exceptional, beyond exceptional defender, man. This dude, he's a true anchor. If the Pels did get Zach Edey, right, he's definitely not going to be our, just starting center all the time, a guy out there playing 30 minutes. That ain't really good. That ain't going to be him. But somebody that you can play maybe off the bench or he has a defined role, I think it would be amazing. The dude provides excellent rim protection. He's 7'4" with maybe a 7 8 wingspan. What is it? 8 foot something wingspan. I don't know his wingspan. You can see him finish around the rim with both hands. You know what I'm saying? He sets excellent screens, Q. Excellent screens.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He can operate the pick and roll on offense, with a point guard. If we had somebody like, let's say, Trae Young, man, he might be able to turn Zach Edey to a goddamn all-star. You never know. But the only downfall is how does it work with Zion? Does he clog the paint? But I look at him in a similar mode. I mean, is Steven Adams really clog the paint? And when you have somebody that's intelligent and they know how to move around there and they're unselfish and looking to free other guys up, getting them screen assists, I definitely think it could work. It's just you can't just have just Zach Edey and think we solved that solution. We still need like 2 other guys because different moments during the game, different matchups, he may get played off the floor, especially as a rookie. But he has a chance. That dude has a chance to be something special, man. We don't really know. Everybody talking down on him. We could look back at this draft and be like, man, why didn't people pick Zach Edey? But I don't think he's going to make it to 21.
Well, DC, it's not that people are talking down on Zach Edey. It's the fact that people realize who their coach is. That's what they know. And they could see a potential repeat or a similar situation where Edey is treated like a Valanciunas, where if you take this guy, you take a first round draft pick, you want to see if you can get max value. The Pelicans need rim protection. And Edey, even though he's a very good player, does he really fit with Willie Green? That we don't need any more players that Willie Green is not going to play. You can draft these guys, but it's up to the coach to find a role for these guys. And like we was talking about before, and it might be a moot point, but you talked about, I think probably Ware would be a better choice for the Pelicans, but I don't think he'll be there at 21 when the Pelicans choose. So like I said, man, that's what I'm looking at. Is we know who Willie Green is. And if you take Edey, and like I said, I watched Edey play, man, he's a force. He's a force for Purdue, but the thing is, he's not as fast as you would want, and that's that whole switch everything. Do you see him working?
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm concerned about.
That's not going to work. Yeah, go ahead, Lex.
Yeah, no, just what you said. That's what I'm concerned about. Because, I mean, you look at him and his speed works, on that college level. But it's like, dude, speed is relative. So it's like, once you get into a setting where you're around, guys that are a whole lot faster than you, because they talk about, that's one of the top things that NBA players talk about, the speed of the game and the physicality. Physicality, I don't have a problem with that. He's a big guy. I don't think he'll have any problems. The thing I'm concerned about is the speed. And obviously with Willie Green, it's a defensive running team. They like to run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you think about, even in a way, and I'm not trying to relate their games, but you look at DeMarcus Cousins. Even when he was getting up and down the floor, and I know his coach wasn't Willie Green, but the thing is, a lot of teams adopt that. They adopted, the strong running game, getting away from half court. So, I mean, it's like you're not as athletic. And DeMarcus, he's not a guy who played above the rim either. And you can kind of see that all that running was kind of like wear and tear on him. So, in a way, it's kind of concerning. That's the only, biggest thing that I'm concerned about. But I am interested to know, like, are there any, because you said that there were a lot of bigs in this draft, right?
That's right.
So what are, I guess, the other bigs or other options? I mean, did anybody stick out to you guys?
There's the only one that's the college player of the year twice. They only got one of them.
Yeah, that's Zach Edey, but he doesn't fit what you do, DC.
And one other thing, the only reason I'm I guess speaking on him highly right now is one other reason. We have to deal with Wembanyama. Are we not gonna try to devise some type of goddamn plan for that?
No, we
just gonna allow him to turn into a mega superstar, and when we play him, we gonna act shocked that we have no idea how to even contemplate on trying to defend him?
We got a plan for that.
I mean,
What's the plan, Q?
The plan is Larry Nance. Cut it off, you see.
Stop it. Man,
Yeah, we gonna switch everything
You know
and
what?
allow
Look,
Wembanyama to switch on
Big Q,
to
throw the whole
point
season
guard.
away.
Larry
Throw the whole season away.
Larry is the answer, regardless of what the question is. Okay, let's get that straight. Let's go ahead.
Nah, I was just hey, if that's the answer, throw the whole season away. Because look, it's not just Wembanyama. I don't know if y'all noticed, like, size is like a big deal right now. Like having size down low. I mean, obviously you saw what the T-Wolves did to Denver. You know what I'm saying? They had three bigs to go up against Jokic. That was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually worked in that series.
Wore them down.
I mean, if you look at Dallas, you know, their size with Derek Lively.
Yeah, that's what I think gonna wind up winning the championship. We might have a championship.
It's not just Wembanyama. And I really feel like that it's going to come down to that size, you know, because the thing is, what are guys trying to do? They're trying to attack. You're running into bigs. So I mean, I think.
But we're a small ball team. Let's
say again.
We're small ball. We're gonna do the exact opposite of everybody else, and we're gonna be good at that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I mean, if you look at even with their bigs, like they're defensive bigs, so they run the floor very well. You know what I'm saying? It's not like because you only have like the traditional bigs like Jokic and Embiid. I mean, even with Wembanyama, you can even put him at like a stretch four, just the way that he plays. I mean, he can play down low, but like he's not the type of person he's gonna move you out the way. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the biggest thing is just getting big guys, getting like size up there, like because you can't teach 7 foot. So, you know, I don't think it necessarily has to be like somebody like Edey, but that's why I think we talked about we need somebody who can run that floor block shots.
Yeah,
that's really the answer. So.
Yeah, that's good points, Lex DC. I think the point about Wembanyama is an issue too, because that's true. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks could end up bringing the championship to the Southwest, and we could be the champion could possibly reside inside of the Southwest division. Excuse me. So that's crazy, man. Because I didn't think it was going to be Dallas. I thought the winner of the Minnesota and Denver series was the team that'll represent the West. And boy, that's Luka says nope. Kyrie said nope, and the Dallas Mavericks just lit it on fire, man. Those guys are fantastic. And just think about where they were a year ago, where Luka was upset and the team went to work. They started trading. They got Gafford, they got PJ, and they went to work and turned it around. And of course, they have competent coaching. That's a big part of it too.
Yeah, Jason Kidd is a great coach.
Yeah,
he's a point guard. He's a champion as a player, and in a position to be a champion as a coach. Huh?
I also want to say that the front office, man, they have an amazing front office. Where they were able to recognize what their team need. Yeah. And go out in the middle of the season and get it and not wait and sit on their hands.
Yeah.
Try to figure out, maybe we can do it with this current route. No, they went and attacked that, got what they needed. And in my opinion, I think they're going to wind up winning the championship. Boston can definitely win too, but I just feel like Dallas, the way they're playing, they're not taking no for an answer.
Lex, let me say this before you go. Willie was a point guard too. The floor is yours.
Willie was a point guard?
He was a guard.
No, he was a combo.
Wait, what?
He was a combo. And there's many definitions to a combo guard.
Jason Kidd, BQ.
No, I'm saying
Jason Kidd was a true point guard.
I said Willie was a guard. Just go ahead, Lex. You got it.
No, I didn't. But I said point guard. He was a true point guard. You know what I'm saying? But Willie, yeah, he's more of a filler, man. I mean, I was never excited about that dude's game. I mean, he was out there, and that was about it. But shoot, hey man, CPQ, you made me forget what I was gonna say, man. Shoot.
We said Jason Kidd was a guard. We got two guards going to be coaching up against each other, So, that's exciting, Even though Jason Kidd gave compliments not to Willie, but to his assistant coach. He said they
Yeah,
weren't right.
yeah, he was right about that.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this though, Mark Cuban doesn't play. Man, that dude's on a mission. And just in case y'all y'all don't remember, yeah, the Mavs, they y'all know they missed the play in and the playoffs like altogether just last season. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what's kind of crazy about where they are right now. It's like that's what they did just within a season. Because that's when they obviously traded for Kyrie, and Luka and Kyrie were trying to get their chemistry together. Well, it looks like they got it together. I'm pretty confident about that. And yeah, I mean, I just think that's pretty spectacular. I think definitely the measuring stick for the Pelicans, though. I see the measuring stick, looking at the Thunder and the Minnesota T-Wolves just because of the rebuild. But depending on what we do in this trade, it's one of those things where you can't make the wrong decision. Like, it's that imperative that you don't make the wrong decision. If you're retooling, and this is just how I feel. I mean, I don't know if anybody else feels like this. You need to get proven players. When I say proven players, guys that have performed at a high level in the play, because that's what the Pelicans are trying to further to go further in the playoffs. Not just get to the playoffs, but to go far in the playoffs. If you're going with all the cheapest, or you're going with like very very strong role players, which there's nothing wrong with that, but we also have to think like we got to get over the hump. It's not like a regular season thing. It's not so much like we want to be good in regular season. All right. But we also want to be great in the playoffs. And we don't want just regular season guys. And that's one of the reasons why I had a problem with Jared Allen, because he's like a straight up regular season type cat. When he gets in the playoffs, he doesn't really perform the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So if we
But
go
like,
for
check this
guys,
out though. Any traditional center, for the most part, they get played off the floor. A lot of them in the playoffs. You're not getting him for the playoffs, to be honest. Other than rim protection, when you can use that, but he's gonna have a
no, no, no,
reduced
no.
role in
In
the
the playoffs,
playoffs.
Jesus, so you would be getting them for the playoffs, though, right?
Yeah, no, but the
Huh?
thing is, hold on.
No, I'm
What was
saying
that, Q?
you getting them if you getting them for rim protection and stuff like that for the season. You get them for the playoffs, correct? Am I right? Am I thinking it?
In a way, but his role is obviously going to be reduced in the playoffs because he can't stretch the floor. Everybody starts stretching the floor in the playoffs, so you can still use him. But my opinion was, look at Minnesota and the way they lost that series. Man, they were too, I think, hooked on overutilizing Rudy Gobert or not using him in the correct way. You can't play guys like that. Like everybody else, minutes goes up in the playoffs, except for like your traditional big. Unless you got somebody like Wembanyama that you're building the team around, a guy that can score from all three levels that size. Like all of those guys' roles seem like it's reduced a little bit in the playoffs anyway. But you
Yeah,
getting him to do the heavy lifting during the season and to have a defined role during the playoffs to anchor your defense and to deter people, out of the paint. But his minutes shouldn't be 30 minutes a game or 28, whatever it is, normally during the season. You want
yeah.
to go smaller at a lot of times with more scoring during the playoffs.
They had the ability to do that. Chris Fish just for whatever reason he stuck on Rudy, man. But he had the players to do it though. That's the thing, guys.
And Nas Reed was playing amazing. You
He
know,
was. He should. Yeah, that should have been a little too heavy on Rudy. But yeah, indeed, man. So let's kind of move further into it, man, as we kind of look for, because no doubt about the Pelicans. This is they're looking for perhaps in the draft.
I need you to look at all the guys that we worked up, Q, and we go over those guys.
So far, all I got is Zach Edey. In terms of
it's a list. It's a list of like 8 or 9 guys, man. Tyler Smith, I think, was one of the guys we worked out. You can look up him. He's actually amazing. It's a little bit of a project.
Yeah, but he's kind of he's second round grade on him, don't they? Isn't the second round?
I'm gonna be honest, man, and I said this from the beginning when we started talking about this draft. When you really look at guys in this draft, I don't know where the hell nobody's going. Like, you really can't anticipate that, man, because everything after, like, maybe the top 5 players, it's a total crapshoot on how people view everybody. It goes down to view and fit. It's looking like a lot of guys in this draft might have, defined roles. They got some diamonds in the roughs, but you don't have like this sure thing from top to bottom, man. So if somebody values him, like this guy that plays center, bro, he shoots 39% from 3-point line, 39% from 3-point line. He's extremely athletic. He's 6'10". He's solid, shows some strength too. But he's he got some things he got to iron out. He ain't a perfect prospect, or you'd be talking about him at number 1, 2 or 3, right? But I think he's one of those guys, like, you don't know, man. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody took him before that. Somebody's a little higher on him. Dalton Holmes is another guy, and then they got a cat. Can't remember on this list. I was looking at him, man. I looked at the list and started viewing the players, but I'm not familiar with all of their names. Once we start showing their names, I can talk more about them. They got a guy in this draft, Q, that I'm tell you the truth, man. I wouldn't be shocked if we take it. And he ain't nobody I've heard of until I looked at him. But when I was watching him, you know what I saw, Q? I saw Herb Jones, but stronger.
That's
a stronger version of Herb Jones. He's 6'8", kind of plays power forward, but I could see him wanting to do the small ball thing at center would.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Especially for minutes. And I think his defensive acumen, I think he'd be able to do it. And his offensive game looks to be further along than Herb was in college. But, that's a tall order saying the man is Herb Jones. But he does have a lot of similarities. After watching his tape, man, I got to say, I think he's probably the best defender in the draft. Saying all this, can't remember his name. I got to find a list of the workout guys. I've been trying to look for it.
The list of the workout is on screen. Zach
Edey. That the Pels have worked out.
Tyler, it's what, 5 of the guys so far?
It's like 8 of them. 8 or 10. They work out all of these guys. Okay.
I got 1 of 5 of them. I'm gonna have to keep looking for the other one. But Zach Edey, Tyler Smith.
You say you got 1 of 5. This is a list of all the guys who worked out.
Jalen Tyson, Jonathan.
Jalen Tyson is another one too, man.
And Kevin Cross.
Check him out. Jalen Tyson. Yeah, Kevin Cross. I think pull up Kevin Cross. I think that's him. Jalen Tyson he's a very intriguing guy as well, man. This dude, he looked like he just know how to play ball. He was all over the place, man. Got a solid 3-point percentage. He keeps finding his way around the basket, man, getting easy buckets in the right places at the right times. Intelligent basketball player. They got this guy ranked 30. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go a lot higher in the teens. Honestly, if you put on this tape and you start looking at him, bro, he's like one of them dudes that's just look like a natural to me. And it don't matter where you put him on the court. He's gonna figure out a way to just be impactful. Constantly moving, constantly giving maximum effort. As you can see from his numbers, he was pretty efficient. Obviously, he's gonna have some holes in his game. You're talking about him as number 1, but it's almost like he's not Jose Alvarado, but you put him in that mold of that type of player, and in his own way, he doesn't play like Jose. That's not what I'm saying. but like a hustle guy that can just figure out a way to get stuff done and be impactful with whatever you need him to do on the basketball court. So he's another one I could see us taking, especially with us possibly trading Brandon Ingram. I gotta think we're gonna get another forward. Maybe a forward that can moonlight at center to replace possibly losing Larry Nance if we're trading him. And somebody off the bench to replace the Trey Murphy role. Not expecting him to be a sniper, but just a forward, another wing. Like, we love the stockpile wing, so we're gonna get to see if that was a Trajan Langdon thing or if that's just a Pelicans thing, because we've always had a lot of wings. So it'd be kind of hard for me to not think that we could possibly just draft a wing and not draft a big man, or draft a wing that can kind of play some small ball center. That's kind of what it looks like to me. It's either they get a center that could maybe play a little forward, or they getting a forward that could play a little center.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I was looking at some footage of this guy right here, but while you talking, I'm pulling up like a little highlight on the side, looking at.
Now, what you like what you see?
Yeah, it's a lot of movement. You could tell he is he a ball player, man. He got a very confident shot when he go up, bro. It's a lot of confidence in his game.
No wasted motion, man. No hesitation with him. That's what I love about him.
He's a natural.
He doesn't hesitate at all, man.
Nah, he's a natural.
He picks what he gonna do and do it. He don't sit fiddling around trying to figure it out. Nah, he boom, 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 going with my move.
Yeah, we got the profile streams and the profiles. Let me do this every year. We will get the family members ready for some of these players.
We're gonna do the draft show where we
got the draft stroll
really deep on all of them.
What's up, fam? This is Big Q from PPR. Thank y'all for watching. Please feel free to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button. Hit all the notification buttons. And make sure you follow us here every week as we talk about all things Pelicans. Much love. Go Pels.